everyone, Miss GoElectric here. I hope you all had a fun holiday. Today is Sunday, December 29th, 2024, and this is The Current, weekly EV news in about 10 minutes. Last week, hundreds of you replied with hashtag GoElectricElf in order to win a cyber backpack, 1,000 helmet, Miss GoElectric merchandise, and more. Congratulations to Rick McDonald 7075 and Sue D 3273, our 2024 winners. We've heard from Rick. Sue, please reply to your comment so we can send out your prizes. And now, on to this week's news. Tesla continues to offer more incentives to move vehicles before the end of the year. Just a few weeks ago, Tesla began to offer complimentary supercharging to buyers of the Model S and X. Now, those who purchase a fully loaded Foundation Series Cybertruck from existing inventory after December 27th are eligible for free non-transferable supercharging during their ownership of the vehicle. In Tesla's terms for this offer, they state that used vehicles, business orders, and vehicles used for commercial purposes like taxi, rideshare, and delivery services are excluded from this promotion. This incentive has replaced PowerShare hardware and installation, which are no longer available. Do you think these marketing levers will allow Tesla to achieve record global sales in 2025, despite the entry of so many new global competitors and slowing EV demand growth? In recent months, we've reported on Nissan's dire financial situation and rumors that Honda might rescue the EV pioneer. This week, Honda and Nissan have officially signed a memorandum of understanding to explore a business integration through the establishment of a joint holding company. This merger, if completed, would position the combined entity as the world's third largest automaker by vehicle sales, trailing Toyota and Volkswagen. Cooperation between the two Japanese automakers has been underway since March, when we reported on joint development of a next-generation software-defined vehicle platform. The pair also announced their intent to share the battery supply created by an existing joint venture between Honda and LG Energy Solutions in North America as soon as 2028. The aim was in part to strengthen their development of their electrification strategy, considering Honda's sole EV available in the US, the Prologue, was a joint project with GM, and that relationship has ended. Nissan's Leaf is outdated and in need of its upcoming refresh, and the Ariya has been slow with sales, hitting just under 15,000 units by Q3 of this year. Under the terms of this week's MOU, the companies will start discussions on how to best integrate their operations, including standards for vehicle platforms, research and development, manufacturing, and human resources. The goal is to conclude negotiations by June of 2025, with the establishment of the holding company set for August of 2026. Honda, being the larger entity, is expected to nominate the majority of the board members for the new holding company. Both companies are tied up with many other partners, which further complicate matters. Mitsubishi Motors is 24% owned by Nissan and has been offered the opportunity to join this new group. We expect decisions from them by the end of January of 2025. Since 2022, we've repeatedly reported about Honda's joint venture with Japanese electronics company Sony to launch the all-electric Afeela brand. Nissan's dealer network could become part of Afeela's go-to-market strategy. Afeela pre-orders are set to launch in 2025, with vehicle sales expected in spring of 2026. Honda and Afeela will both exhibit at the Consumer Electronics Show, which takes place in 2 weeks. We will be reporting from Las Vegas and hope to learn more while we're there. One reason why this Honda-Nissan merger has been made public so far in advance of any finalization of plans might be to protect Japanese national economic interests. Taiwanese manufacturer Foxconn, which manufactures electronics such as the Apple iPhone, gaming systems, and electric vehicles, had become interested in a stake or perhaps a takeover of Nissan. We have previously reported that Foxconn intends to begin EV production in the United States by the end of 2025 at their factory in Ohio. They could benefit greatly from Nissan's global distribution network for quick access to global markets. Many publications reported that Jun Sekai, former deputy COO of Nissan, who now leads Foxconn's EV unit, had scheduled a meeting with French auto group Renault to purchase at least some of the automaker's stake in Nissan. Renault currently holds a 15% stake. With Honda swooping in, Foxconn says it has paused their efforts to pursue the purchase for now. Not only does Renault own some of Nissan, but Renault also has a separate partnership with Nissan and Mitsubishi called Ampra for the development of EV platforms in Europe. The Ampra product lineup is expected to have 7 vehicles by 2031, including several Renault-branded vehicles. Ampra also slated to produce at least 2 models for Renault's premium sub-brand Alpine, along with the next Micra for Nissan and another model for Mitsubishi Motors. They expect to sell about 1 million vehicles by 2031. Nissan and Mitsubishi Motors have a smaller stake in this partnership with a total combined investment of 800 million euros. Supply chain scale is one of the major benefits for both Honda and Nissan with this deal. Their negotiation power for components and standardization of platforms will help create a more cost-effective operation for both of them. The Japanese government likely played a big role for this deal to come together, considering their strong pride regarding their involvement in the global automotive industry. As of 2023, about 5.58 million people work in the automotive industry in Japan, which is about 8.3% of the country's total workforce. The automotive industry is a key part of Japan's manufacturing sector and economy, considering they're the 3rd most producing in the world. Honda's chief executive officer was asked how the deal would benefit Honda. He responded with, "That's a difficult one. We've seen many EV startups fail to compete, and I've often warned that several established automakers will also fail to survive the transition to EVs. This kind of consolidation is a necessary part of the process." Stellantis has announced an extension of the production halt until January 20th for the Fiat 500e and February 3rd for certain electric Maserati models in response to ongoing low demand. The company has pointed to continuing uncertainty in sales of electric cars in several European markets as a significant factor in the decision. In Colorado, at least one dealership is offering Fiat 500e lease terms of $0 a month. Lessees will still need to pay taxes and fees, but with all that included, the deal comes out to about $62 a month. That price reflects all state and federal incentives and rebates. The front-wheel drive Fiat 500e has a starting MSRP of $34,095. It has a very modest 42 kilowatt-hour battery with an EPA range of 149 miles. Only about 500 units have been sold in the US so far. The 500e delivers about half of the range of competitors like the Chevy Equinox EV, which is much roomier at the same price. Stellantis is blaming EV demand. It looks to me like the 500e is technologically inadequate and overpriced. What do you think? Hyundai has announced that it will provide free North American charging standard adapters to its EV customers starting in the first quarter of 2025. Owners of Hyundai EVs, including the Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, and Kona Electric, who have purchased or leased their vehicles on or before January 31st of 2025, are eligible for this complimentary adapter. The adapter can be requested through the My Hyundai owner portal, with Hyundai covering the shipping costs. Specifications of the adapter have not yet been released. Hyundai's luxury brand Genesis is also set to participate in this program, with further details to be announced in 2025. Sister brand Kia has previously promised their EV customers complimentary NACS adapters to ship around the same time frame. Well, that wraps up today's episode. Thank you for watching and sharing our videos with others who may benefit from watching The Current. Your attention and support helps us to produce this show, as well as hundreds of other videos on this channel and on our other channels at Miss GoElectric Industry and Miss GoElectric Ride Reviews. Happy New Year, and until next week, drive, fly, ride. Go Electric!